Okay, today I'm going to talk about yarn overs, which seem like a very simple concept, but I would say that my number one most common pattern support questions happen because people have been taught to yarn over in a way that isn't strictly correct. And it's actually really common in a lot of like learn to knit books and stuff. It's kind of weird. So first, I'm just going to show you what I mean when I say yarn over, and this is what I think pretty much all designers mean when they just have the command YO or yarn over. Okay, so you're knitting, that's a yarn over. If you are purling, that's a yarn over. You're going to take it a little bit farther around so that you can purl the next stitch, but it's still just the act of wrapping that yarn around the needle. Let me get that ball out of the way. There we go. So, you're purling, you wrap it, yarn over, and then this is a purl one. So the way that a lot of books will teach it is to do yarn over. You bring the yarn forward, and then you knit the next stitch, which accidentally creates a yarn over right here. Not accidentally, but kind of incidentally creates yarn over, but it also includes this knit one. And that will throw your stitch count off entirely if you don't account for this knit one. So a lot of people think that a yarn over is this, and I guess it makes more sense when you're knitting this way. Bring it forward, knit the next stitch, and they think that that is a yarn over, that two-step process that ends with 2 stitches. That's not a yarn over, that's a yarn over knit one. And likewise, a lot of places will use yarn forward in place of yarn over, just assuming that when you knit that next stitch, you will accidentally create a yarn over, which of course doesn't work if you're going to purl, because then you have the yarn forward anyway. So you want to go around the needle and then the next stitch. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of the videos on YouTube will tell you that the way to do a yarn over is to bring the yarn in front and then knit the next stitch, which again, I guess that makes a lot more sense when you're knitting English style, because then when you knit that next stitch, you just incidentally are making that yarn over right here. But do not count it. That next stitch does not count. You don't have to follow every yarn over with a knit stitch. You can do a yarn over and then do a knit 2 together if you wanted. You can do a yarn over and then a purl. You can do 2 yarn overs right next to each other and it won't include a stitch in the middle, which is pretty important because usually when you're doing a double yarn over, you're going to drop it later and make a really big hole, and that's not going to work if each of your yarn overs has a stitch. Then you've just made yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. So hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, this is like the vast majority even of the emails I get with people saying like, oh, I'm not getting the right number of stitches, what's going wrong? It's because they've learned to do a yarn over from either a video or a book or something that is including that next stitch in the yarn over. And that is not correct. Hooray, yarn overs.